Hey guys, it is week 10. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. By the way, I don't have a hat on today just to prove that I do indeed have hair. I'm just a ball cap wearer. That's all there is to it. This week was just killer. My daughter came into town. She lives out of state, stayed with us for a week, and it was fun and it was great. I love you, Monkey. Shout out to you. We had a great time. But that made the burnout I was experiencing already even worse, because now we were making time to do things with her, and I wouldn't trade time for with her and with my grandson that she happens to have for anything. So frankly, I'm surprised I made it through everything this week, even though it was all scheduled and it was all written, and it's not, if it's not written, it's not true. So I did my best to do it. Got through everything. Got 12 carousels, 6 reels on Instagram. I only got 2 long form videos last week because I didn't have any time to work on any images after my daughter got here. But 7 shorts, 6 Facebook posts, 6 TikToks, Pinterest pins, and got the website maintenance done. So did everything. I'm not going to lie. It was very tough this weekend. Not only dealing with this whole week, actually, not only dealing with the burnout, but then having the added on thing, like every time I'm spending time on my computer, I was like, oh man, my daughter's here in town. We only get to see her once or twice a year because she lives across the country, which is great for her. I mean, I'm glad to see her moving on and doing great things with her life. But, when we get to see her, it's kind of like, oh man, I don't want to do anything else. And of course, the knee is getting better. It's looking more and more and more like there won't be surgery in the future. So that's a good thing. Although this now 8 weeks, I think it is, that I've been off work has been absolute nuts for our budget. So, help us out here. Like, comment, subscribe. If you got an extra $5, go hit the GoFundMe on the website, Kaosivity.com. It's not hard to find. It's a big yellow button right in the middle of the home screen. And just like our stuff on other platforms. But I'll tell you what, as I go through these analytics, every week trying to get some sort of a pattern, get some sort of a thing. I mean, I had two YouTube shorts over 700 views last week and one over 900, and I have no idea why. The ones before and after them didn't do that well, but I have no idea why. And that's one of the things about this is it's like, oh, okay, cool. We got like a bunch of views on that, but what's different about that from this one? I mean, literally not. It's just images. That's primarily what I've been doing with shorts, is just showing images that I create through the process of doing what I do with my artwork. I mean, they're just raw AI images that I think are cool, and it's like, hey, I got to share that one and that one and that one and that one and that one. And I put them into a short and add some music, and it's super simple to do, given the amount of time constraints that I'm under. In terms of getting all this stuff done, as well as looking for a job and, all these other things that I've got going on in my life because I've spent 8 weeks out of work now. But it is what it is. And there's traction coming in certain places and not other places. And it's becoming more and more apparent what I should pursue. Now, if anybody out there does this for themselves, like I said, I'll probably put these printouts that I've got, like just link them as a PDF at the end of this thing, and you can just have them just to see, what everything I went through and how I scheduled it out, whatever. I'm not going to throw any, I'd love to say, hey, $27, you can have it, but why do that? I mean, it's not that special. Somebody could easily do this, just by sitting down and thinking for 10 or 15 minutes. But it will become apparent, I have a feeling, at the end of the 12 weeks that there's going to be only one or two platforms I'm really going to focus on. And those other ones won't necessarily fall by the wayside, but they won't be a priority to post 3 times a day on, or 2 times a day, or any of that stuff. And maybe I will give a shot to one of the other ones and say, hey, you know what, I was only posting a little bit there, so let's crank that up for a few weeks and see what kind of traction that provides. But now I have some solid numbers. And at the end of the 12 weeks, I'll have even more concrete numbers that allow me to look at it and go, hey, I wonder if we'd get a better response if we jacked up the number of posts we're doing. So let's do that for 2 or 3 weeks and see if we can match it up to what was happening, 2 or 3 weeks in of doing that during the challenge. And that, I think, is one of the most important things about doing this and documenting it, is because it's not just like an analytics screen somewhere in YouTube. I can go back, see what March did and see what February did. It's an actual, like, hey, what were we churning through? What were we seeing as it happened? And then what can we discover from that? What can we extrapolate, to use a very big grandpa type word? What can we extrapolate from what we saw going on all the platforms? And then it'll be very quick for me to throw a little bit of concentrated effort into like 3 weeks of one of the platforms just to see if it lifts. And if it doesn't lift, then, hey, people just on that particular platform probably aren't looking for what I'm offering, which is a very niche thing. I mean, I deal mostly in dragons, demons, fairies, things of that nature, ogres, orcs, giants, fantasy realm beasts, so to speak, for my artwork, because that's what I love. I mean, it's growing up, not that I've had any time to do it or not, now, I mean, growing up as a kid and a young teenager, D&D was everything. And shout out to D&D. Apparently it's still going, even though, some of the stuff has moved online. And I don't know. I have a friend that does participate in a group, but I don't have time for that. I wouldn't even have time I wouldn't even know where to start to sit down and put together a character anymore. It's been 30 something years. But part of that is where my love came from for these types of things. And it's that, and my favorite book series at that same kind of time, those formative years, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe even into 15 a little bit before I started driving, was the Magic of Xanth series by Piers Anthony. And he just kept cranking out books in this series. I mean, I don't even know what it's up to anymore. I mean, I remember, I think I was on like 14 or 15 in the series. And they were, fantasy, not necessarily dragons, but ogres and, all these different things and different magical plants and trees and castles and ghosts. Anyways, you get the idea. I'm just rambling like this old man does from time to time. But I think that's where my love for these things come from. And I'm not out here to do artwork for the masses. I'm not out here to do artwork for people that, maybe want a fine piece of art hanging on the living room wall. I'm out here doing art that's in my mind, that is in total chaos, that wants to get out and be in the world in creative. And I know there's people out there, I know there's Renaissance fairs all the time, all over the country. And those are the type of people that would connect with the type of artwork that I produce and put out there. So, it's very difficult to, excuse me, go compare myself to anybody else that's doing artwork, because they're doing artwork of their own style and I'm doing artwork of my own style. So hopefully you like what I put out there. Hopefully you follow along. Keep following along. I'm still doing videos in the behind the scenes of the image editing stuff, and I'm gonna have to come up with some new content because I only got 2 more weeks left of this challenge, and I'm out of content for other than what I've been doing with the images and stuff like that. Remember, Etsy, the website, premium prints, posters, and puzzles are on Etsy. All of the stuff that's available is on the website. So you can go to Kaosivity in either place, and if you want to purchase something, great. I appreciate it. Thank you. I am going to reiterate again, the premium prints are well worth the money. They are super amazing. Posters are great too, but if you want something that you want to frame and hang in your man cave, man, get a premium print because they are way better. And on top of that, I have some other things in the works that I'm just going to keep to myself for right now. But help out the old fart. Do a subscribe, do a like, put a comment down there and say you're a rambling old idiot. I don't care. That'd be lovely. But I'm going to keep on keeping on, and I've got 2 more weeks to go left in this challenge, and I know I'm going to knock it out of the park, and I hope that the momentum continues to build even after the 12-week challenge is over and done with. And I hope you guys continue hanging out with me because I enjoy doing this. I love doing the artwork, and I'm also finding myself incredibly drawn to doing this whole YouTube thing. So it's amazing, and it helps me get the creativity out, just get the chaos out, like I always say. So until next time, guys, just, keep on keeping on, just like I'm doing. And, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, give us the old thumbs up. And, if you've got a second, leave a comment. If you can help us out with either the GoFundMe or a purchase of some sort, that would be great too. Remember, I'm almost done with my last image of the six, and then those images will remain up on Etsy and the website until I have 6 more ready to go. And then I'm pulling the first 6 down and putting the new 6 up, so they're going to be locked away in the vault. So if you see something you like, buy it, because it's not going to be up there forever. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for holding me accountable, and we will see you on the next one. Remember to let the chaos out. Become creative.